Okay, I'm Maeve. Glad you're here. We're gonna start sitting, and if you wanna use something under your hips to make that more accessible, go for it. I'm gonna put my hands on my, and actually you can sit however you want, but if this is in the shape that you're in, if this works, go for it. I'm gonna press my hands gently into my legs, my knees, to straighten the arms and expand my chest and to lift my spine. And it's not aggressive, it's just enough awareness that I have a lift here. Let your eyes soften. They don't have to close, but soften them. The gaze. Lift up tall. Crown of the head rising. And then we come to our breath. Observe your breath. You don't need to change it, just observe it. Observe your body, your thoughts, your mood. Anything that presents itself, just observe it. Resist the urge to fix or change and just instead sit with yourself as you are in this moment. Approach yourself with grace and patience. On your next inhale, sweep the arms up. And you're gonna take your hand to your opposite wrist, I don't care which side. And we're gonna take a nice big side bend, allowing this hip, this leg to get nice and heavy. We're gonna do a lot of side bending today, a little bit of twisting, some hips. I don't always give you a heads up, but that's what we have happening. I sat really awkwardly like 3 weeks ago where my torso was in one direction, my legs were in the other, and my cat was sitting on my lap so I wouldn't move. And my back has been bothering me for 3 weeks. Not this cat, not this one, the fat one, the plump one. How can I say it? The big-bodied one. She's a little chubby. Mister, on the other hand, he'd be like a feather. It would be no big deal. So today I'm you're gonna go along for the ride while I try and fix my back. Isn't that nice? Self-serving. Figure somebody needs it. Rise up, stretch the hands up, and release. Let's come on to hands and knees. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. And as you're here, starting to feel how your breath and your body move together. Why you leave me, mister? And then also as you're here, you can start to move in any direction that feels good. Kind of free-forming it, get into some of those areas that need a little attention. Walk the hands slightly forward, shift your hips back. I have a blanket set up that's in case a cat wants to come and hang out with me. Set your hips back, come into child's pose, and then walk your arms over to the right. Get really long on this left side. And then if it feels okay, take your left hand and put it on top of your right hand. And then press both hands firmly down. So left hand pressing into right hand pressing down. And gently drawing back to that left hip. Back through center and over to the left. Walk the hands away. Plant the left hand down, bring the right hand on top of the left hand. Press both hands firmly down as you draw your right hip gently back. Come back into center. Rise up, hands and knees. Right foot is going to come forward. I'm going to use blocks here. I'm going to bring my blocks pretty far back, and I'm going to lift up through my spine. So you don't have to use blocks. You can just be here. I'm going to press my hands down into my blocks. I have them the highest height, so it's pretty easy to get there. I'm engaging my left glutes. So this back hip is nice and strong, so that I have like a little braking system here, so I'm not just going to collapse down here. So that left glute's engaged, and my right foot is also catching and pushing away, so that I can actually sink a little bit without collapsing. With my hands pressing down, broadening the chest, almost like you are in cobra or up dog more accurately, because our arms are straight. So really drawing the shoulders back and open. Right hand is going to stay down. You can keep it wherever it wants to be, or move it wherever it wants to be, is what I'm trying to say. And then left arm is going to reach up and over. Yeah, beautiful. So, so good. Lift the heart a little. Maybe turn open to the left slightly if it feels okay. You can kind of play with that. If you want, you can turn it this way. You can move with it, or you can just be put. I like you. Come back up, release the hand down. I'm going to slide my blocks forward a little bit, tuck the back toes. Back heel turns down, and then a lengthened pyramid pose here. So really taking the spine forward. I like you. I have found another planet. And now it seems to I'm going to use my blocks. You don't have to. Soften the front knee. If you're using your blocks, put them down on the lowest height. Step back, downward facing dog. This is going to give you a little bit of height elevation in the upper body. So for many of you, this might give you more opportunity to get your heels down. If it feels good for today, keeping strong, but pressing the heart toward the floor, kind of back, as if you wanted to drop your head to the floor. Be careful with your shoulders. This doesn't work for everybody. If it feels good, it feels really good. And if it doesn't feel good, just come right back out of it. Good. Come forward, left foot down. In front, right knee down. Slide these blocks back. And then upright. Right hip is a break, left foot is a break. So when they're working, you have the ability to kind of drop and drop down without collapsing. You get this really strong grounding action. And then like up dog in the arms. Pull the chest open, the shoulders open. That's really, really good. Use your back foot, whether your toes are pointed or tucked. Use the back foot. Adjust your left hand however you need to. Inhale, right arm up and over. And then just like we did on the first side, if you want to kind of play with the position of your chest here, maybe move around a little bit until you find where it feels about right to be. Or you can continue moving if that really appeals to you. Inhale, come back up. Take the blocks a little forward. Tuck the back toes, back heel roots, and then lengthening the heart forward, lengthening the spine forward, pyramids in the legs, back heel rooting down. Feeling the front foot pressing firmly into the ground. Maybe lift the arch of the foot by pulling the base of the big toe toward the center of your heel. And then from there, lifting the left hip just slightly. Soften the front knee. I'm going to use my blocks again. Optional. Step back down dog. And separate your feet as wide as your mat. And your stance can be a little shorter than usual. Make sure you feel solid if you're using the block. You can always put your hand back down on the floor, or to the floor. We haven't done that yet.
left hand to right leg, and then just twisting under this right side. Come back to center. Find your foundation, and then right hand to left leg. One more inhale. Release the hand. Step your feet wide to the top of your mat. Malasana. You can use blocks if you want under your hips. Good. Lift the heart. Press the arms into the legs. Draw. Crown of the head upward. One more inhale. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, rise all the way up to stand. And pause here. Take your right hand to your left wrist, up and over. Just like we did sitting. Rise up, inhale, and switch to the other side. Inhale, rise back up. Forward fold, exhale. Inhale, halfway. Right foot steps to the back of your mat. Crescent lunge, inhale. Take your left hand to your right wrist, side bend to the left. Come back up to center. Reach your right hand toward the top of your mat. Turn all your toes to the left, allow your hips to sink down. Press into your feet. Lift your hips, reach up and over. Release the left hand down. Plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Rise, your back bend of choice. And down dog, exhale. Very, very nice. Inhale, right leg back. Right foot steps forward, exhale. Back knee down. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, straighten the front leg. Hands to heart if it's okay. And just hinge at the hip. Really nice. Rebend your front leg. I like a block here, as you know. Half moon. Lift off. Breath in. Malasana. Bring the feet around. Sink down. Breath in. Forward fold. Exhale. Rise all the way. Inhale. Right hand to left wrist. Up and over. Rise up. Switch and go the other way. Rise up. Bow forward. Exhale. Inhale, halfway. Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Right hand, left wrist, exhale over to the right. Rise, inhale. And then take this left hand forward on your mat. Turn your toes to the right. Allow your hips to sink, little pause here. Ooh, this is where I need this stretch right in here. Oh. Press the feet down, lift up. Release your hand down. Plank, inhale. Your pathway to downward facing dog. Left leg back, inhale. Left foot forward, exhale. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Hands to heart, hinge from the hips, dig that left heel in to go back. So good. Come forward, Ardha Chandrasana. Malasana. Forward fold. Inhale all the way up. Hands to heart, exhale.
A little more tempo, same thing. Inhale, reach up. Good. Keep the hands apart if it's okay. Just side bend over to your left. Inhale, over to the right. Inhale, bow forward, exhale.
Halfway inhale.
Right foot back, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Side bend left, exhale. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, right hand forward. Turn your toes left and sink. Press to lift and reach. Hand comes around, plank, inhale. Chaturanga or the floor. Rise, heart to sky, legs strong, down dog.
Right leg back, inhale.
Right foot forward, exhale. Left knee down. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Exhale, hands to heart. Shift the hips back, Ardha Hanumanasana. Push off the back foot. Half moon, open up. Malasana, top of the mat. Breath in, expand. Bow forward, exhale. Rise, inhale. Side bend right, exhale. Inhale. Side bend left, exhale. Inhale, rise. Forward fold, exhale.
Halfway inhale.
Left foot steps back, exhale. Crescent lunge, inhale. Side bend right. Come back up, inhale. Left hand down. Toes turn, we sink. We rise. Come around, plank, inhale. Your path to down dog. We have so much time. Please do not feel rushed.
Inhale, left leg back.
Left foot forward, exhale. Anjaneyasana, inhale. Hands to heart, shift the hips back. Come forward, half moon. Malasana. Breath in. Bow forward, exhale. Rise all the way, inhale. Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow forward.
Halfway inhale.
Chaturanga, exhale. Inhale, lift. Down dog, exhale.
Pause and breathe. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands, feet to hands.
Halfway, inhale. Bow deeply, exhale.
Rise, inhale.
Hands to heart, exhale. Inhale, reach up. Forward fold, exhale.
Halfway inhale.
Chaturanga, exhale. Rise, inhale. Down dog, exhale.
I don't think I say this enough. When you're in up dog, I say it a lot when I'm in cobra, and I neglect to say it in up dog. Your hands are pushing firmly down and pulling toward the back of your mat, which pulls your heart through. Rise to your toes, inhale. Bend your knees, look at your hands, feet to hands.
Halfway, inhale. Bow, exhale.
Rise, inhale.
Hands to heart, exhale. We'll try it right here. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, bow.
Halfway, inhale. Chaturanga, exhale.
Inhale, curl up. Pull your hands back. Pull your chest through. Strengthen the legs. Down dog, exhale.
Right leg back, inhale. Right knee, left elbow. Extend the right leg out. Fallen triangle, opening up, maybe reaching overhead or bringing the hand behind your head. Bring the hand back around. Three-legged dog, wild thing, or just open up the hips. Right foot toward the top of the mat. I'm going to find my blocks and I'm going to come back into that extended pyramid pose. Nice. So lots and lots of lift and length in the spine here. You can keep your left hand where it is. If you felt inclined, you could bring it over to the block on the right side. Right hand to your right hip. Get long, get long, get long in the spine and the legs. Push the back heel down. If it's okay, reach the right hand back behind you. And then take the arm up. Revolve triangle. One more inhale. Release the arm back down. We're going to take both hands over toward the right. Really nice. This next transition may or may not work for you, so you'll figure out how to get here otherwise. We're going to start to turn, pivot the feet, and then whoosh, Gomukhasana. Also, you can just sit down, Gomukhasana. And take the feet out as much as you can. And if Gomukhasana doesn't work, maybe Sukhasana, cross-legged, or something else. We're going to take this left arm, so right knee is on top. I'm going to take this left arm, we're going to reach toward the back of your mat. So we're getting a little mini twist here. It's not really a mini twist. I don't know why I said that, but it doesn't translate visually to a big twist. It's more like we're just kind of turning the torso this way. Last inhale. And then releasing back around. Really good. You're going to turn toward the top of your mat. We're coming into a low lunge here, like a runner's lunge. Beautiful. Just kind of hang here for a moment. Blocks are great if you need them. I'm actually going to inch myself a little forward. Really firming the left thigh to the sky, engaging that left glute. Back knee comes down. Left hand roots block or floor. You can kick your left foot a little bit to the left side. That's going to give you more support. Vashisthasana with your bottom knee down. So it takes a lot of the work out of it as far as the strength component. There's still some here, and this might for you feel like a really challenging position, but if you're used to practicing this without your knee on the ground, it's going to feel a little bit easier. So instead of it being a really strong strengthening pose, allow it to be lighter, freer. Maybe take your knee, maybe take your foot,
and press away. Last inhale, open back up, down dog, however you want to get there. You might just press back. You might go through Chaturanga Vinyasa. Feel what you feel. Inhale, left leg back. Bring your knee across to your right elbow. Extend the leg out and open up. Release your hand down. Three-legged dog, wild thing if you like, or just open your hips up. Left foot toward the top of your mat. I would suggest blocks. Pyramid like we started in the beginning. Beautiful. Now, make it work for yourself. Maybe your right hand comes over to the left block. Left hand comes to your hip. You don't have to bring the hand across. Push that back heel down. Maybe reach the arm back. And then possibly stack up. Use your bottom hand for leverage. Release the hand down. I'm going to take both of my blocks, bring them over toward my left leg to the outside of it. Have a few breaths here. Just kind of prepping these hips for a little change up. Okay, and you're going to turn, you're going to pivot on the feet. Come on down, Gomukhasana. I can see my mic base flashing at me that it's about to die. Hoping I make it through without having to get up and get the charging cord. Let's see if we can make it. All right, and then if it feels okay, we're gonna take the arms over to your left. Last full breath here. Unravel back over to the right side. And then runner's lunge. Adjust however you need to. If you want to use your blocks, use your blocks. Oh wait, I want to stay this way. Sorry. I want to stay this way because I want to face you. Oh no, I will have to move, won't I? No, I'm perfect. Oh my God, it's a total Friday. This one. So firming that right thigh toward the sky, engaging the right glute, using the arms as pillars. Blocks are so good here. Your feet gently draw toward each other. Last full breath, and then knee down. And you can kick your right foot back a little bit. Sweep the left leg back. So Vashisthasana on your knee. Find the lightness, find the ease. Consider drawing the knee up. Consider the foot. Release back open, down dog, however you would like to get there. Beautiful. I'm not going to risk it with this mic thing and be halfway into class or 3/4, 5/8, you know, and then lose my mic. So I'm going to buckle and plug it in. Come into child's pose. Sorry for the close-up. And allow yourself to get nice and heavy there. If you have a strap, you're gonna locate it. And we're just gonna flip onto our backs. Right leg up into the strap. Push the foot away, push the leg away. Your goal is not to draw your leg into your chest. As you know, I harp on this a lot. With that said, if you have the mobility without this right hip hiking, so how I like to go about this is to take my right hand, put it in the crease of my right hip, so where my thigh and my hip kind of come together, and keep it there. And then I can move my leg in. I'm not pulling on my leg. I can move it in, and then I'm going to support there. So you're welcome to go past 90 degrees, but don't get there by cranking the leg in with your hands. Get there because the leg is happy there, and then continue working on lengthening the foot away from the hip, the leg longer, regardless of the angle of the leg. Moving just about an inch in each direction. You're going to take your leg, your foot, side to side. So right and left. And then I'm going to take it out to the right. So you can hold the strap in the right arm, hand. Left side body stays heavy. Inhale, draw back up and take the leg slowly over to the left. And I really do go slowly. I like to use my right hand on my right hip to gently press it away so it doesn't hike my right side body, like shorten my right side body, my ribs, my waistline. The amount that you go is based on the sensation that you're getting. So for me, I today feel best with the back of my right hip down and not that huge of a movement with my leg coming across. But you might want to lift the hip up and go all the way across and get that really big twist. It's going to be your call. I mean, ultimately, you're going to do whatever you want anyway, right? We'll draw back up to center. Release the leg, put it all the way down. Pause, just feel what you feel. And left leg is going to come in. And we're pushing the leg away. And then if the leg wants to come in further toward your chest, it will. You can put your hands, your fingers into that left hip crease to make sure that the hip is kind of staying put and this mobility is not coming from a change in the position of your hip, but rather from the leg itself. I mean, I'm trying to think of the best way to say this. We're moving the thigh bone in the hip socket. So the hip is shifting and changing, but it's not really changing. The thigh bone is changing. So instead of letting the hip come up as a means to get your leg up, keeping the hip pretty much where it is with some softness in that. You don't have to be rigid. And then, like I said, moving the thigh bone in the hip socket. A little side to side with the foot, just about an inch in each direction. And left leg out to the left. Right arm can extend out for a little counterbalance. Draw back up. Beautiful. And then take it out to the right side. I confused myself because I switched sides so that I would have room. I almost thought I was done for a moment. We didn't do this yet. And again, I like using my left hand and my left hip to just give a little space to the side. And draw the leg back up. Release the leg, release the strap. Just feel what you feel. If you need happy baby, knees to chest, Supta Baddha Konasana, something that makes you feel balanced and symmetrical, go for that now. If you feel good and you're like, I don't think I need anything, Shavasana we go. Allow your breath to quiet, to still. Let your mind and your body follow the breath, quieting and stilling. Stay here as long as you'd like. When you're ready, you'll gently reawaken your body, your breath, your awareness of your thoughts. And however you'd like, you'll make your way to a sit that's comfortable for you. Coming full circle to how we started. Let the hands, this time a little just more of a rest on the legs to lift the spine gently. Feeling, hopefully, that it requires less effort to find the same amount of space now in your body. Honoring yourself, this practice, this time you gave yourself. Bring your hands to your heart in prayer. Gently bow your mind to your heart. Rise, eyes open. Thank you for your practice. Thank you for spending time with me. Have a great day.